The Spirit Dancer, Tessa Lamar Novels Book 5, written by K.M. Hearst, narrated by Holly Adams.
Chapter 1. A grad school professor once told me that change came from great insight or great pain, but mine came in a shiny red sports car and claimed he was my brother. Standing in the yard, sandwiched between my two husbands, I replayed the previous 3 minutes on repeat. An unbelievably handsome stranger had driven up in a car that cost more than most folks made in a year, and that wasn't the weird part. Mr. Tall, Blonde, and Handsome had crossed magical wards that acted like an invisible fence that surrounded our property and only opened for blood relatives. The wards were meant to keep us and the people we loved safe from an ever-growing list of enemies. Yep, we're a paranoid bunch, but we came by it honestly, considering we'd tracked down a half a dozen serial killers, black magic users, and a freaking boo-hag in the previous couple of years. Aaron folded his arms and gave my alleged brother his best intimidating cop stare.
"What did you say your name was again?"
Killian O'Rourke. The guy looked like he'd just stepped out of a movie screen. To say I didn't see a family resemblance would be the biggest understatement in the history of understatements. Then again, I had no idea what my father's side of my family looked like, so what the heck did I know? "And you're my brother?" Not only did my voice quiver, but my dang southern accent thickened to Scarlett O'Hara levels. The hurt and abandoned little girl inside me wanted to throw herself into his arms and beg for scraps of information about her daddy. But grown-up Tessa couldn't risk it. Not until I had a DNA test, or, better yet, divine intervention. "That I am." He glanced over the property, emerald green eyes landing first on the house I shared with Bryson, Aaron, and our kids, then settling on the little pink cottage that belonged to my great-grandmother.
"Sorry to show up and drop a bomb on you.
Is there some place we can talk?" My manners warred with my common sense. It was rude to leave a guest standing in the middle of the yard, but there was no way I was inviting him into my home for sweet tea and a chat. Not until I knew he was who he said he was. And therein lay the problem. How the heck could I figure out if he was telling the truth? "It seems like a shame to waste such a pretty day."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?